In the last video, I showed you how you can vibe code a portal with Salesforce in just one prompt. And we showed you how we created a record in Salesforce and also read it back via a table. So like I promised last time, I'm going to raise the complexity today, and we're going to show you how you can create a record and then display every single detail from that record to your portal user. And not only that, allow them to update it as well. So let's go. Now what I would like is for me to be able to go into that application and give additional details. As you can see, we've got a lot of fields, a lot of related objects that need to be completed. So I'd like to be able to update that data, but also be able to read what I've already entered. So to do that, I have created modals in my application. And I'm going to show you these modals. So let's say we enter one of these applications, and you can see I've got 6 of them. And the reason why I've got these modals is so we can provide each information as of when it's needed, and really doesn't overwhelm the end user who's going to be filling out into the portal. So the modal in question today is application details. And you can see that, when we created the application originally, it added some fields, and these are just stock standard fields. There's no really concept behind it, but we are going to modify all of that right now. So this is what the application structure looks like. You can see each child is listed under parent in terms of modals, and on the left hand side is my prompt. Now I'm just going to be copying that prompt directly into the builder, and it will be executing against the application details modals. So let's do the overview of the prompt. The first part of this prompt is the application details modal should remove the following fields. So currently we have 5 fields: application title, submission date, funding cycle, status, and description, and it will just remove them. The second part is replace them with the core project details, type of request, lobbying expenses. These are the main categories, and you can see that we have fields underneath each category, like proposal title, duration, and the type of request. We've got support type, lobbying expenses, other fields there as well. And these are fields coming directly from Salesforce. You can also see on the right hand side of each field that we have what type of data type it is. So if it's a drop down, we know what values to provide. And these fields are coming from the Salesforce record itself. The API names are provided from there, so it's easy for AI to pick up. The third part is the behavior and data binding. So you can see that we've got pre-populate all fields from Salesforce funding requests using the funding request ID, which means the ID will be provided in advance, and based off that, the data will be read from Salesforce into the portal itself. And then the final part is that once you click save, it should add a completed badge to the card within the portal. And then the design and the branding must continue with the current project branding and be fully responsive in desktop, tablet, and mobile. So that was a prompt breakdown, and we are ready to execute. On a side note, these prompts take 2 to 3 minutes to build in ChatGPT. Really, you just sort of provide the API names and structure, and it will do the rest of the work for you. So let's go ahead and paste it, and I'll walk you through the entire steps and what it's doing. All right, execution time. We're going to go ahead and copy this prompt and execute it in the web app builder. Straight away, it's going to ask me for my Salesforce confirmation. This is where I get to select my org, in this case, my grant management, and then I just click confirm. It's going to go ahead and update the application modal, and then it's about the Salesforce mapping. This is the cool stuff because now it's got 2 actions that it's pre-configured. First one is the read, which means it's going to be reading all the fields from the funding request for application details. And then you have the mapping. And now my job here is just to confirm. The mapping is all automatically done. It's really my confirmation. And then I move on to the next part, which is the update. So this is now where it will take all the fields that's reading from, allowing me to update and once again complete the mapping. And once I click confirm, the process is done. So that was a lot of fun. As you can see that the mapping is really powerful. It picks up the actions to start off with in terms of what needs to be executed when, and then it maps the relevant fields correctly. You don't have to do anything, just click confirm. So now moving forward, let's have a look at the modal, and as you can see that it's completely changed from all the fields. There were 5 fields before, they've been completely ripped out and now replaced with all the new fields that are integrated with Salesforce. So that's a quick sneak preview, but now it's really the full demo. I'm going to show you the modal, the integration, and the ending as well. So let's get into it. Time for the live demo for everything we've worked for. I'm going to go ahead and click on the view application. And as you can see on the right hand side, the funding request where this is going to be reading from. We'll go to the application details page and it's going to run a Salesforce get, which means it's now reading that data from Salesforce. It's got the proposal title, the duration of project, 12 months, and it's got the total amount requested from steps as $100. Now what I can do is I can add more details. So let's change this, and if I click yes or no, it has conditional logic pre-built in for you. So again, I can add more data. My Picklist values are working really, really nicely. More conditional logic if needed. And then if I just go ahead and click save, guess what? This is going to update that particular record. So if I now go ahead and click refresh on the right hand side, look at that. All that data has flown in really, really nicely in there. And then as I close this, what you'll find is it's got a nice completed icon there. So a user can always track their progress in terms of what they haven't completed and what they need to complete. And if I wish to do so, I can go back in here and change any of the details as I see fit. So if I, let's say, change this to 50,000, the proposed budget, and then let's say we'd go ahead and change this as a second update. And again, if I save this, it will write back to Salesforce in real time. So if I refresh now, notice the 2 field. First one is the total proposed budget changed to 50,000 from 20,000. And then duration and total amount of steps funds, there was a value in there, and now it's changed to text, which is this is the second update. So that was a full demonstration of the bidirectional capability where the actions are created for you, the mappings are created for you. And like I said, I'll raise the complexity, and here it is. And in the next video, we're going to raise it again because I'm going to demonstrate to you how we do one-to-many in Salesforce and completely vibe coded.